Welcome to another episode of Game Informer's Replay, everyone. I'm Andrew Reiner. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday, or if you're not catching us live, just a great day in general. We hope you're all smiles and you're looking forward to a fun show. We have Brian Shea here. Hello,
Hey,
sir.
how's it going?
And then, as always, we have Alex Stadnik in
Hello,
the control
friends.
booth. He'll be reading our chat, keeping an eye on your questions, and will be playing the game for us. This is Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne. You don't often see the name of the game twice in a title.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they wanted to emphasize that it's his autumn. Like we're coming up at the end of summer right now. You know, it's Labor Day weekend, so we wanted to get into the mood of fall. So we're doing The Fall of Max Payne.
That's not what it is, but I like it.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
Oh, hold on.
They were all dead.
We got some lore.
Love kills.
I love the comic book presentation.
Was there a choice? The past is a gaping hole. You try to run from it. The more you run, the deeper, more terrible it grows behind you. Its edges yawning at your heels.
Noir.
Your own
You don't talk
chance
normal in
to turn
noir.
around and
No,
face it.
never.
We are at the scene. Repeat, we are at the scene.
But it's like looking down into the grave of your love,
Check the area. Hold your fire.
or kissing the mouth of a gun, a bullet trembling in its dark nest, ready to blow your head off.
I don't know if this is good noir or not. It makes me laugh.
It's a fine line, right?
Multiple gunshot wounds, pupils blown, head trauma, God only knows what else. Shock. Start 2 large bore IVs, get him to ICU. He's not responding. This guy is a train wreck. We're losing.
When I woke up in the hospital early
No.
tonight, I thought it couldn't get any worse. I opened.
They
my
didn't hold
eyes.
that moment for very long, did they? It's like we're losing him, and then it's like, hey, I'm alive.
He was dead. I was hurt. My
It's been
chronic
directed by
bladder
J.J.
was
Abrams.
like a hungry pit behind me. I had to run, get as far away from it as possible. The
Yes, that was a
world
Rise of
until
Skywalker dig.
I was hallucinating. I had to get
Well done.
away.
Whoa, what are we? A mouse droid?
Oh,
In case there was any confusion.
If you're
well, he doesn't look too much
Sure.
like Sam Lake anymore. So
if you go to a hospital with a shirt that's full of bullet holes and blood, they give you something else to leave in, right?
I mean, maybe
Chat,
he
if you-
insisted.
Chat, if you've been in a position where you're all bloody in the hospital and you've gone home, let us know.
Anyone there?
Kick the hell out of that door and send a table flying.
Also, be sure you can legally tell us.
Yes, don't break
Yeah,
the
no
law or get us in
self-incrimination.
any trouble. Whoa.
I love
Heard
like
of sex
this,
in the elevator, but not sex in the hospital lobby.
this era.
That might be my
of,
hit song.
This era of kissing scenes where they just kind of clip through each other instead of actual kissing is
Bullet-shaped
just the
hole,
best.
The answer should be call it denial. I wanted to dig inside my skull and scrape out the pain.
Dr. Magdalena from ER. You can give away the bed you were holding for me. That detective we were waiting for was DOA. She's headed
Oh.
forward.
Delana.
If he's dead, what's going on?
Wait a second. Is there a mystery in this game?
Luis P says the beginning is a cringe fest.
Freeze, NYPD.
I can't wait for it.
Oh,
Give him something different to leave in. Oh my god. Marionette.
A lot of flashes in this.
this is amazing.
What is this, like him going through withdrawal? Or like him just having like really traumatic memories?
Both, maybe?
I mean, I'm thinking back. I mean, the only Max Payne game I've played semi-recently has been 3, so...
Hey, let's take a look at those x-rays. Let's see if it has COVID.
Man, that would be
Let's get a good
prophetic,
look there.
right?
Yeah, you can see it right there on the right x-ray. You see that blob there? That's the COVID.
Ah.
So you guys call it now, right? The COVID?
I call it the Rona.
Yeah. Mm.
Ooh, that's even better. Yeah, this is a hell of a game. A lot of people saying this is one of their favorite games, best Max Payne game. I really like 3 as well. Like the gunplay in that just felt so good, and the physics and bullet time are handled really well.
I don't think it's backward compatible on Xbox, which drives me crazy because I really want to play it again.
You're not going anywhere. What happened out there?
What is your guys' end chat? What is your guys' favorite Max Payne?
Did you do
Is it this one?
You killed her.
No, I can't.
Oh no, old man!
Ask how he doesn't have his own game, and now we find out why.
Ah!
You're not hiding. You're still exposed.
Yeah. That was a good dodge, Alex.
Thank you.
I'll just stand here.
Yeah.
He'll never find me.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you've done it now. Oh no! What? Oh my god, it's been so long since I've even looked at this game. I don't remember any of this.
It's incredible.
Until you fall back down to the
Zach Washner says 2 and 3 are both 10 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
I really like 3 a lot.
Zach.
And I know-
Oops, sorry, go.
I was saying, I know that's not a Remedy game, it's a Rockstar game, which is really weird that like it would change hands and not go to like a lesser known developer. A lot of times, like, you know, if a franchise will change hands, it'll go to a lesser known developer because the mainline developer wanted to move on. But like they went to one of the biggest developers possible with Rockstar.
That some orange juice up there next to her head?
I'm sure that's what it was. Pulp or no pulp?
Man,
No pulp.
vitamin
pulp?
C.
That wasn't the beginning.
I like
pulp.
some pulp, but not like the extra pulp.
I don't like chewing through my drink, you know?
Yeah, unless it's milk. Get a little curdy action in there.
Cut yourself.
To each their own.
Yeah, man.
Change with it. It could destroy you, drive you mad.
Angurious Dude says, I've been meaning to play Max Payne 2, but haven't beat the first game yet. I'm stuck on the late levels. It seems like a while to be playing that. Did you just start that, Mr. Dude?
Like staying at
Been
work
playing
late
since
to
2003 or whatever it came out.
Yeah.
Instead of hurrying home to
All
your
right,
family.
let's focus on this story here.
Fan out, people. Circle around. Cover all the exits.
Kissing
He's
her.
telling people to get excited for
Cold
Max.
laws
Fan
and
out.
cause and effect.
Where are those extra units? Call the central. We need every available unit here now.
I
For
am
what?
Afraid, but I start again from the beginning. Trace my own steps to the scene of the crime.
Is that the same lady he was making out with in the hospital, or is he just kind of going around kissing ladies?
It's a dangerous game, man. Especially nowadays.
I had wanted to be punished for what I had done, but Alfred Woden had kept his word. With
Don't
his
kill the
influence,
pigeons.
Ridiculously, I had emerged from my history of violence unscathed. A hero. I didn't thank him. I couldn't stomach it. I left the DEA. I went back to where I had started out. Back to the job. The NYPD.
Reported shots fired in the warehouse there. Acknowledged.
It's mine. I'm on it.
10-4.
It wasn't a call for a homicide.
Is that what cops do?
But I knew the address.
First
It's
one on the
mine.
mic? Yeah. Dibs!
He was connected to organized crime. We went back a while, like brothers caught on opposite sides in a civil war. His words.
I don't know if that's the right use of Civil War, but whatever. We get what you're going for, Max.
So, DeGriff88 says, I wish Rockstar would send Max Payne back to Remedy and they could make another one in this vein. Does Rockstar own the IP technically?
Yeah.
Okay,
They did Max 3 on their own.
Backup.
got it.
Unknown number of armed perps inside. Possible hostage situation.
10-4. Backup is on its way.
I'm going in.
Speaking of Remedy, I love how they, with Control, they had all of like their former voice actors in that game. Like they had the Max Payne voice actor, they had the Alan Wake voice actor, obviously different roles. But it was just kinda cool to see all them
Well,
reunited.
the head of the company, Sam Lake,
Sam Lake. But he's
was
like
the
writer.
face of Max Payne. One of the heads of the company, yeah, was
Yeah.
the face of Max Payne, actual face, and the writer behind Max Payne. So
Yeah, last February when I was in Helsinki for our Control cover story, it was kind of weird. We were sitting there eating lunch, like in between interviews and at Remedy's studio, and then Sam Lake just walks up and sits down next to us and starts talking to us and eating it. It's like, wow, that's Max Payne just kind of sitting there eating with us.
Were you
That's
like,
unreal.
how rude? We're having a nice lunch here,
Excuse me,
Mr.
sir.
Sam Lake.
Sam's a delightful human being.
He is. Yeah, I talked to him recently. I posted a full interview about the 10th anniversary of Alan Wake.
And Remedy just, I think, celebrated their 25th anniversary, if I'm not mistaken. I think this past month they had their 25th anniversary.
That's awesome.
Come on, officer, it's all legit. I work for the squeaky cleaning company.
You didn't hear anything.
It's interesting looking at
No.
the
Oh,
TV
wait.
shows that they put in
You mean the gun
now,
workshop
or in this
upstairs.
game, compared to what they do in Control and Alan Wake.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool that they've kept that through line.
Yeah, that kind of trademark fingerprint.
Yeah.
All you have to do is
And now Epic is publishing the next Remedy game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That could be big.
Which is awesome. Yeah, yeah. I can't wait to see what it is.
DT, huh? You know
Especially
what?
coming off of, the game that we awarded Game of the Year. Like, that's huge.
So, Brian, what's your take on this series?
I really like what both developers did with it. Like, I like the kind of the gritty noir vibe that they gave the first two entries, and then when Rockstar took over, it kind of became like more of an action focused game. I felt like kind of more a straightforward action game. And I loved like going down into Brazil and fighting through waves of guys, but like I don't know, they have different flavors, I feel like. But the bullet time is like the one thing that's really consistent. I like the character development that they gave Max in 3. But I don't know. I like them
And
for
shirt.
different reasons. And the Hawaiian shirt. I mean, that's become a
Shirt's
trademark
very
of mine.
good.
The perps were masquerading as
We have the
Was it
Max Payne
inspired by
Hawaiian
Max
shirt.
Payne?
No, but during Extra Life one year, somebody paid to shave my head, and I had a big beard then, so I put on the Max Payne Hawaiian shirt, and I did like one of the monologues from Max Payne 3.
Oh, that's incredible.
Oh,
For
nice,
Extra Life.
dude. Do you remember
pretty-
any of it?
No, but you can go find it on YouTube if you look up our Extra Life from probably 2018.
Shoot him!
It's trying to make it cool. It's
Yeah,
not
bullet
working
time.
though. There we go.
Oh, right
There we
in the
go.
junk.
Oh, uncalled for.
Yeah, well, I mean that's what bullet time's really for, so you can get that precise aiming.
Oh yeah. Also, no controller support, so I'm
What?
mouse and keyboard in it. Yeah.
Now we really know that you meant to do that.
Hardware's been bad. As soon as the guys get
Oh,
back,
who threw that down the stairs?
Excuse me.
That guy. It's him.
Goodbye.
the
Ah,
room looked
There we
like a
go.
gun storage.
my
It had
chest.
been cleaned out.
If I had bullet time in real
wait.
life, I would be doing that everywhere. Like, I
Hold
would
on,
just
go back.
walk into my kitchen.
Go back and look at that poster of the gun.
Avengers. They know.
Assemble.
That's what
Symbol.
we're playing.
Wait a
They already
minute.
mentioned Civil War. Now we have Avenger.
Wow. This
Wait.
game was ahead of its time.
Is Max Payne in the MCU?
Oh, hello.
I thought he was a vampire for a second, but nope, there he is. What does that say? Vodka tonight?
Vodka Boca.
In some language, I'm sure that's tonight.
The answering machine had a message on it.
Sounds like a plan.
Wait, answer machine, a message.
Reached Annie Finn. I'm not here right now because I'm building some nasty things that kill. So leave a message after the beep.
Seems like an
That's
aggressive
subtle.
answering machine.
New message.
Sweet Annie. Vlad here. To be a gun in your
Can you shoot that bucket full of milk?
man. Sorry couldn't be the response
Yes, you can.
come up.
And the milk stays in.
Keep an eye out for trends. If
Solidified.
anything comes up,
All right. I'm sure this message was very important.
Could that be like, you know how you get amber
No. New message.
and it turns into basically a rock?
And you can make dinosaurs from it.
Yeah, could we fossilize milk?
Mm.
Or what would happen to it over
I mean,
time,
have
Shea?
you ever drank a glass of milk and then forgot to put the glass in the sink, and then like you come back like a couple days later and it's like
Wait, what?
solidified
Couple
in
days
the-
later.
Yeah, like when you were a kid or something.
Where have you been?
Oh.
I don't know. Or like you put it in the sink and you forget to run water in it, and you come back and it's a little solidified in the bottom. I'm sure that over enough time it would solidify.
With you guys, you took them out. Listen, I work for Vladimir.
I'm a clean freak, so no.
work for no
Oh.
one.
I remember.
We
NYPD, drop 'em.
Well, Reiner, I guess you have a fun experiment to take part in over the long weekend.
Oh no!
Like all the bad things in my
Oh,
life,
man.
it started
Alex.
with the death of a woman.
I tried my best.
Couldn't save her.
After him! Don't let him get away!
Oh,
Yeah.
they just rolled right in there. Also, I like that I'm diving after they've they've died.
Oh, what's that
Let's
one say?
Let's see.
It says carbine. It does.
Yeah, no DC.
I like they just
or
have like
anything.
posters, like they're like fans of guns. Just
Yeah.
have these random gun posters everywhere.
Very American. Let's see. Oh, I keep hitting
It still looks
control.
fun.
Yeah.
Still looks really
Oh.
fun.
There we go.
Oh, he's still alive.
Oh wait,
He's dancing.
how did that? I blew him away with the shotgun. Also, is there? Let's see. I feel like I need to heal.
Yeah, where's your pain meds?
Oh,
Uh-oh.
I'll have to wait.
At least you
I'll
hope
keep
they
an eye
can
on chat here.
Okay. Ah!
It's the noise I make when I have a good idea.
Ah!
Okay, you've got to have some sort of pain meds, right?
Let's see. F is to
Yeah.
hit people.
There it is. It's on the. It's that little glass. He has two of them.
Oh, the
No, that's
hourglass
that's
is
for-
Oh, that is
bullet
that
time.
is
That's
his
for
bullet.
time.
Never
yeah.
mind.
Yeah. Let's see. He's had it up to here, so I don't know how much more he can take.
Come on, come on. Finally.
Oh,
Oh.
is that the Joker? Oh no, just saw the purple sleeve.
Mona?
Max, we gotta stop meeting like this.
Not a great name.
Mona!
Let's see.
If you think nothing can get to you, you're lying to yourself. At best,
Let's see.
you're
Okay,
barely
chat.
dead.
Let me know
Lightning bolt can reanimate
if you guys remember how to take his medicine.
I like how they all laid in a line.
M
Nice and
M
neat.
button.
M for medicine. It's not working. Maybe I just don't have pills.
Yeah.
How
that's also-
about you check your options?
Let's see.
Oh. Yeah, don't put it on the chat.
I just, I like to keep the energy going, Tab or backspace?
Tab, yes.
Okay. Let's
Do
see.
it.
Nope. And I just don't have meds at this point.
arrived, but the cleaners were slipping away, making a run for
Wait.
it.
Oh God.
Here we go. Will he survive? This is the ultimate test.
I love that sound. Hey, was this before or after Matrix?
I want to say
Can
the
you
look
first
that
one
up,
was
Shea?
before. I think the first one was before, right?
Because
But
just
I-
the kind of the green, gritty darkness of this with the trench coat, it really screams of Matrix right now.
So
Yeah.
the Matrix was
Gung
March
Fu.
31st, 1999. Oh, I don't want the Mark Wahlberg movie. Not Max Payne. Oh wait, first Max Payne 2001. Okay. So Matrix predates it by 2 years.
Yeah, so heavily inspired by Matrix, maybe visually, like the color tone.
Oh yeah.
Can we get that Matrix song?
Oh, I tried to
When
go
they're in
the
like
other way.
that building's lobby.
Come on. Come
You
on.
know what
I'm
talking-
diving for
the
it.
scene.
Matt Parsa says, I remember it had a Matrix mod. I do remember that. That was one of the first really huge mods.
Enter the Matrix.
I like that game.
Oh no! Oh, so much is
What
happening.
just happened?
Oh, so much.
Did he mean to do that?
I don't know. He's done now.
I mean, I can see why he would like want to try to like knock the shelf over into you, but not kill himself in the process.
Oh, what a
Whoa,
legend.
hold on. What happened here? What's with all the body bags?
Well, there's a lot of
There's-
dead people, as you can see.
Oh, he's had better days. Oh no.
What are we?
Not
What is
fun.
this warehouse? What are on those boxes? What does it say?
Cleansing?
Beanbag.
Cleansing. Wait, cleansing, not cleansing.
No, it
But
says beanbags.
Campella?
Oh no,
So you're
these
talking
ones.
about-
These
oh.
ones right down here. This little box. Get as close as you can. It says bean.
That says
Cleansing.
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 Whatever.
Or cleansing if you don't capitalize the S.
Hmm.
But Enter the Matrix, I feel like that's a
Oh.
game that was only fun when I used like the cheat codes.
Okay, Randy Ramirez says there's a med kit in the room.
Ah, in the room I just left. Perfect.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he failed the Gran Turismo parking test.
You all right?
I like how they don't even care what's going on.
Yeah.
They're just
Yeah.
about to have a conversation as bullets are flying right behind them.
They're just shooting behind their backs, like, whatever.
Wait, so we have the Fall of Max Payne. We have Detective Winterson. I'm noticing a theme here.
Jason Guiso would like to join us if possible.
Okay, let me...
Is that possible?
Yes, I can... Oh, I know what I'll do. Do we mind pausing for a sec? To get him in here?
Yeah, we can. I will take a look at the chat.
Okay, let's get through this cutscene, or this story, and then I'll bring him in.
Identify.
What are you playing?
Right now, I'm doing a lot of like visual novel stuff for class, which is interesting because it's not even something I really delve into. But I have a long time ago I got a Kentucky Route Zero, so I'll probably dive into that, see how that kind of matches up with the courses I'm doing. But other than that, I want to play some Avengers, man.
Yeah, so
Like,
you're
that
going to school
sounds-
for game design.
For game design, yes.
Oh,
Mhm.
I'm also doing Ghost of Tsushima. I've been slowly but steadily making my way through that. I'm still in Act 1, though, so long way to go.
It's a brilliant game. One
It's
of the
so
better
good
games
so
this
far.
year. Yeah.
The more I play it, the more I fall in love with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most
Is it as
definitely.
beautiful as they say?
Ah!
Oh, it
Oh,
made
yeah.
it's like top 3 most beautiful games I've ever played, probably.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
It's
Like,
incredible.
The world is just astoundingly beautiful.
I believe it.
Uh,
Okay.
Joe Hykoff is asking, is anyone playing Crusader Kings 3? No, I saw IGN gave it a 10.
I downloaded it.
Their top games of the year are Flight Simulator, which isn't really a game, and then, which is like a, I mean, sorry, but it's not. Jeff Cork played it and had very good points. He compared it to a screensaver, which he loves, apparently. So a 10 out of 10 screensaver experience is what it says on the back of the box.
I mean, literally,
And then-
what Apple does for Apple TV screensavers is just like drone footage, basically.
And then Crusader Kings 3, they gave a 10 out of 10 too. And the critic, I really enjoyed their review of it, but their critic was like, I put thousands of hours into Crusader Kings 2. And right there, I was like, I am so intimidated by this series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I've put over 1,000 hours into Overwatch, so I get it.
Yeah. Are you guys getting the stream on your end, by the way?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. We'll change that as soon as I eviscerate these mobsters.
Hey, okay, so we'll call this Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode, and it'll be called When Jason Broke the Stream.
The one where Jason broke the stream. Jason.
I'm sorry. I mean, I'm hyped to be here. It was super. Like, I just hopped right in. Like, I apologize for missing the first call, but I'm fresh out of class, right? Like maybe like 5-10 minutes, but I was just like, I'm gonna do a replay. Well, hell yeah, man, I'm all in.
Let's get it.
It's better than doing homework.
Oh yeah,
that's for sure. So that's the only other thing I was going to be doing.
I think homework is like the #1 reason I wouldn't want to go back to school. Like I could do the classes and I can like do the group projects or whatever, but yeah, just homework just doesn't sound like fun anymore. But then again,
like the worst.
I'm also the guy who was up until 12:30 last night doing homework, aka my Tony Hawk review. So
yeah.
So it's a different kind of homework, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not ready, man. It's a lot, but I'm happy that I'm at Game Informer. That's like a fun break,
Yeah, most definitely.
Alex just said, "Oh no," when you said you're glad you're at Game Informer.
Right? Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'll stop.
Yeah, Jay, we'll talk later. You really goofed the stream. Nah, man, I'm so happy you're here.
So what's
All
the chat
right,
up to
why?
right now?
What's going on? What's going on with our stream?
Hi. The stream is good. It's just Discord cut out the stream for 1 second here. So.
Yeah, ask us anything, or we could play Truth or Dare.
All right.
All right, so Alan Smithy on Twitch. Truth. Alex, can you fix the stream?
Truth. I did for for our viewers. Depends who wants it fixed.
All right, we're back and playing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, if you're watching on Reiner, you can watch on YouTube, since Discord is not playing nicely with Alex.
I hear the show. Let's
Here, let me see.
Oh,
So Ronald Frazier on YouTube is asking, when Max 3 came out, it seemed like a big deal. You guys talked about it a ton, but I haven't heard anything since. Does 3 not stand up to the other 2? I think 3 is awesome. Like we talked about this a little bit earlier. I think 3 is awesome. It's just, I think, a different flavor because Rockstar developed it instead of Remedy.
yeah, it kind of went away from that real classic noir vibe, right? Like the rain-drenched scenes, the trench coat, the hard as nails character. He was wearing a Hawaiian shirt. It had a whole different vibe. Where was it set? Was it Brazil?
Brazil, yeah, in the favelas.
Yeah. Yeah, it just had a different vibe, but it was still a very, very good, well-made game. I just remember one of those opening sequences, like in an apartment building or whatever. Just how tight quartered it was, and you're diving over like tables, and you know he's like sliding across them.
I think he was working as a security guard, right? Like he was like personal security instead of like being a DEA agent.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just thought that was a cool evolution of the character. They aged him quite a bit. They took some chances. They could do like a Max Payne 4 that is more of a period piece going back in time when he's young again.
Another Max Payne game. I mean,
Give it to Remedy.
That would give Rockstar more than one game per generation, because that's not the kind of game that takes an entire generation to develop, like Red Dead Redemption or...
Right.
Jay, what's your history with this series?
0.
Okay.
But, you know what it immediately reminds me of? Entered the Matrix game, I think, back for the...
yeah, we were just talking about that, yeah.
Were you really, like, before it called, or was it like
just
because
it looks like the Matrix, the same color palette, all that
yeah.
stuff.
And the jumping shooting mechanics, like that same animation kind of, I mean...
Yeah, I got blown away.
Logan Kraus, is there a set return to the office date yet? Mine is set to May of 2021, but some friends are already back. Very curious where you guys are.
For the sake of replay, we might be back next Friday. No.
Really?
Don't tempt me with a good time.
We're waiting. We're waiting until COVID is wrangled into submission to a degree. We don't want anyone getting sick, and yeah, we're being as safe as we possibly can.
People singing the praises of Control. Darth Mike saying Control is the first time in ages I have felt Remedy are back on track. The Sprawl saying Control had the best action of any game I've played in a very long time. I've seen a couple other very positive comments on Control, and I agree. I think that Control was easily my favorite game of last year. Raven That Refused. Oh man, Control is so good. Yeah, I'm glad to see people are loving Control as much as we did.
So I loved Control. It was my favorite game of 2019. Just adored the combat. I thought it had the best Jedi powers of the Jedi games last year, and there was a official Star Wars game, and but this one was better in my opinion. Like just the feeling of force throwing stuff was amazing. But this year I was super excited because they teased Alan Wake, right, in that DLC that was coming to Control. I played it last week. I loved seeing Alan again, you know, the character, the actor, all that stuff, hearing his voice. But it wasn't the right idea. I wanted them to go to Night Springs or, you know, out back into the woods, not just have it be like contained to a degree within the Control complex. So it just didn't feel quite like the right vibe for it.
Well, it's weird also that they had, you know, Alan Wake in there, because that means that the voice actor had to voice two main characters in Control, because Dr. Casper Darling is played by the Alan Wake guy. So that's interesting.
It's interesting. It's done okay, but yeah, I wanted more Alan than Control. But I guess I should have been expecting more Control than Alan since it's in the game Control.
Makes sense to me. Okay. All right. So we're rolling
I think
here.
This environment looks pretty good, but then you go up to one of those barrels and it looks like marginally better than they did in Donkey Kong.
Oh, he's
man.
jumping out of the way here.
Yeah, this is.
Ah! Sorry, I'm reacting like way too
What?
late now.
So
Ooh.
Keep getting blown away here, and the saves are not good.
this was from an era where we had 8-hour action games aplenty, right?
Right.
Like that was just something that people enjoyed buying.
Right.
The industry definitely started going the other way, making longer experiences, living games, stuff like that. Brian, do you think there is a world where we can get Max Paynes again for $60 that are, just kind of these basic action games that just kind of live and die by just their gunplay?
I mean, I'd love to.
And
I
story,
like
I guess, to a degree.
these quick hit things. Like, I mean, Control, I think, to an extent, was that, right? Like, where it was primarily contained in the main story. Like, there was some stuff like you could go around the bureau and do like those kind of like the alerts, I think they were called, or something along those lines.
Yeah, that was more of like a Metroid style, like
If you're just talking like going
through
room
areas.
to room. I mean,
Yeah, I'm
Uncharted
just talking
does that,
like
right?
level to level to level to level. Yeah, the Uncharted series,
Logic told me backup should be on its way.
Uncharted,
to a
and
degree,
Last of Us was pretty
Logic
linear,
was such a liar.
but huge.
but huge, yeah.
Also that, yeah.
But I mean, I don't think people would have complained if they put out The Last of Us Part 2 like a 15-hour cut. Like if they could still tell the story the way they told it. I think that...
People would have complained.
Okay, fair point. Especially with that game.
What about you, Jason?
I think honestly, I think a lot of it would just have to do with the visuals and the story itself, right? Because that's, I mean, like just looking at like this, like coming into it like with no prior experience, like I remember like a time where like gaming was pretty much just like that, where it's kind of like you enter, like you're playing like different levels and it's sort of just you're just shooting everybody and then there's like a cool cutscene and then next area kind of thing. And I just think it's like it's kind of sort of gameplay and storytelling has evolved, right? Like we kind of want it to be a little more interactive than just shooting people, like clearing rooms and stuff like that. So I'd really just say like like Brian brought up a good point about like Control. I think it would really just come down to the aesthetics of it, but also the story itself. Like if it's worth like if the story's good enough to stay to just clear people out of rooms and stuff like that, then yeah, for sure.
Grindus brings up a good point. Doom Eternal earlier this year.
Yeah, they have multiplayer. They tried multiplayer too, and but Max Payne 3 is one of those games that maybe kind of hurt these games, right? Like it did not sell well. Like that was a thing. Like they expected big Rockstar numbers, and it didn't do Rockstar numbers, right? Maybe it would have. Any other publisher would have been like, we liked how it did, but it was not the juggernaut people thought it was going to be.
Look at Pyrock checking in from France, all the way.
Ooh.
Yo, shout out.
Way across the Atlantic.
Shout out France.
What day is it in France right now? I have no concept of what the world is, by the way.
Yeah, let's see. Who was it that... Oh, Ronald Fraser was saying he wanted to see one of the DLCs escape the building in Control to see how the world was reacting to all the craziness that was happening. And I agree. I think that would be really cool.
That could be Control 2.
Yeah, well, the Sprawl brings up, I'm hoping Control 2 goes even crazier. I could have done with Control being even weirder than it was, really lean even more into the Lynchian stuff and the Dream Logic puzzles. Those Dream Logic puzzles, some of them took me a while to figure out, but they were pretty cool once like the effects went into play.
If I could have Control redone, I'd figure out a different way to do the side story stuff, where you're just reading documents like you... Every room you enter, like especially in the Alan Wake DLC, it's like there's like 5 things on the floor or on a table you pick up, and it's like you're reading it for a minute, 2 minutes. But maybe more like a BioShock, like an audio tape recording or something like that. I know that takes you out of the moment of gunplay when you just have someone talking to you, but reading is probably even worse for pulling you out of the moment.
So Mr. 12 checking in from sunny Minnesota. Keeping it local, I guess he says.
Oh, he's just checking in.
Shout out to Mr. 12, always coming in clutch. Let's see.
Did you guys play Stranglehold? John Woo's?
Did not.
No.
That is very much like Max Payne, diving all over the place, bullet time.
Yeah.
Good physics, a lot of watermelons to shoot.
You came out of nowhere. Got him.
So, someone just brought up they've been playing a lot of poker and Red Dead Redemption,
Ooh.
like a side game. Is there a side game in within a game that you guys just couldn't get enough of?
Gwent.
Oh my gosh, you
Oh.
stole it. Absolutely. I mean, I feel like everybody would probably say Gwen. It's so good.
I
I
have a different one. Galaxy War,
Oh.
or what is it
Geometry
called?
Wars.
Geometry Wars in Project Gotham.
God, I miss Project Gotham Racing though. That was a good racing game series.
And that was where you're in your garage and you go over to the arcade cabinet and just sit and play. It's like I don't even care about the cars anymore. I want to get the high score in this.
Lots of people in the chat are talking about the KOTOR card game Pazak.
Surprised they haven't spun that off into its own physical thing.
Well, Star Wars doesn't like to milk things, really.
They don't like money. Disney. There's probably someone combing the internet for like keywords that they hear or see, like money and then Disney. And now this stream is being funneled through the innards of Disney into some.
Oh, you're
like,
joking. Oh, starting over from
Oh
the
my
very top,
god, it
huh?
kicked you all the way to the back.
Are you kidding me?
Previous visit here lurked in the shadows.
That's unfortunate.
The Sprawl said, I liked playing pool in GTA San Andreas. Andrew Pashuk says the knife game in Red Dead Redemption.
All good things.
Anguirus Dude says the worst game inside a game, playing pool in Duke Nukem Forever. Oh god, those controls are miserable. Darth Mike is saying, Alex, quick save.
Afraid so.
Is it? All right. Hopefully it puts me at each point that I save at.
That would be nice.
That would be nice. I do
Desert
forget this
Fury-
game is...
System Punk is saying F5 is save, like a quick save.
Okay.
So something to consider, so we don't go back to vodka tonight.
Just really want to remind you who we're sponsored by tonight.
Vodka tonight.
Backup should be on its way.
Okay.
Someone must have heard the gunfire.
Is this week the first week of kind of the beginning of the holiday season of games, Mr. Shea? Do you think this is like, we had 3 big releases, right? We had Marvel's Avengers, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, and NBA 2K21. Huge week of games. This happens a lot in September in the past, like the Gears of
Spider-Man
War,
came
you know,
out one day in September,
something like that.
right?
Yeah, and then it was just kind of the balls rolling, and it just starts gaining momentum. We don't know when these new consoles are coming. I know that's like a big part of this whole holiday season.
Will we ever know when these consoles are coming? I have a joke on Twitter that like the executives are going to realize as the clock strikes midnight on Christmas Eve that they blew it.
I would love it if it's a phantom release. If just
Do the
out of
Sega
nowhere.
Saturn.
Yeah, just like the next day you wake up and it's like Xbox Series X is out, and just it's a scramble to go get it.
I mean, what else is coming out this month? There is
Mario, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Super Mario 3D All Stars.
That'll be big.
Spelunky 2. I'm excited for that. But Mafia Definitive Edition. Baldur's
Oh
Gate
yeah, I can't wait for
3.
that. Mafia looks so good.
Mm-hmm. It looks
So I mean,
really
that's
good.
that's
actually.
really the extent of the huge releases in September. Then let's see, October, Super Mario Brothers 35, baby. That the battle royale is basically Tetris 99 but with Mario.
So Mafia, you brought up Mafia.
Mhm.
Vlad wouldn't be able to hold on
They should
much
do that
longer.
treatment with this game,
wasn't
with
too late
Max
already.
1 and 2.
Absolutely.
That would be awesome.
Absolutely. I completely agree.
October 2nd's a big day. Crash Bandicoot 4 and Star Wars Squadrons.
I'm gonna say yeah. This is the beginning. We're chaining together a nice run.
Got Legends of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 4 at the end of October. Watch Dogs Legion.
That's
at the
for
end
no
of
one.
October. Watch Dogs Legion's a big one.
No, I meant Legends of the Trials of the Legion. What was that you just said?
Then
Somewhere
November's
Kim is screaming.
November's a pretty big void aside from Call of Duty, Yakuza, Assassin's Creed, and Cyberpunk. As far as like November usually goes, but I guess Fuser's also there because I think the consoles are both going to launch in November, so everybody's waiting to announce the release date for those. But November's looking pretty empty aside from those 4 major games that I announced, which are more than enough to play that month. But I have a feeling we're going to get a lot of games pouring into November as soon as these console release dates are announced.
Do you think Grand Theft Auto will be launch for the new system for what was it, PS5 they showed it during that showcase?
Oh yeah, when they started with a Rockstar logo for their PS5, everybody freaked out because they thought it was GTA 6. That's my favorite accidental fake out ever.
It's as good as when they announced the Final Fantasy VII, what did you call it? Just remaster, just
Remake.
the classic.
Oh, the remaster. Oh yeah.
Where everybody was like, they're finally announcing it. The president of the company's on stage, and everybody's just kind of like, boo.
Oh yeah, that's right. Didn't you have a story about that where like somebody was in like the audience like losing their mind, like yes,
yeah,
and it's like remaster, and like oh. I remember when they announced the Final Fantasy VII Remake at the PlayStation press conference at E3, I think 2015. And our former news editor, Mike Futter, was in the room with us. And I go, watch the next thing. Because like that was a game that everybody was like begging Square Enix to do for years and years and years, the full remake of Final Fantasy VII. And it finally happened, and I was like, "What's next? Shenmue 3 coming back out?" And then, of course, Yu Suzuki walks out, and Mike Futter looks at me like I am I'm like a prophet of some sort, because it's like, "Oh my god, how did you possibly predict that was going to happen?" But yeah, I was totally joking when that happened.
Alex has been saving his game.
Yeah, just mashing that F5. If you're waiting for
Nothing.
like, the speakers app.
Nothing came up when I hit F5 either, so I'm like making triple sure in the frickin' save menu.
You know how we have like there's awards for like a video game Hall of Fame. Nice. Video game Hall of Fame where we got Shigeru Miyamoto, Mark Cerny, all that stuff. We need the unsung heroes. The person who came up with the idea of the autosave.
Oh, but do you ever trust the autosave? Do you ever truly trust the autosave? Like when Assassin's Creed Odyssey loads up and it's like, this game supports autosave, and even if it says like in the lower corner, saving, before I quit for the night, I am still doing a manual save just to be safe.
See, I'm the opposite. I am so lazy now. And if it didn't save, I will be snake bit by that like repeatedly. Like even in the same game, like, oh, it didn't save. And then the next night, like, didn't save again. That has changed my life.
I'm definitely a saver, like always. It's just a gamer thing, I guess, right? Like you like play like 20 hours, forget to save. It's also like one of those things where you play a bunch of hours in like for like more punishing games, and you die and you never save, and it's kind of just like, all right, well, I'm not gonna play this game anymore.
Yeah, no, that can be a game-ending thing.
Yeah,
totally
precisely right.
I remember my
sure.
My girlfriend in college. I was playing Half-Life 2, and she unplugged my Xbox while I was playing it, and I lost like 3 hours of progress, and I was like, all right, I guess I'm just done with this game now. Like I didn't want to replay all that.
Yeah, it sounds about right, honestly. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, or when your memory card would get wiped.
Oh god.
Like old PS1 memory cards, you just plug it in, and all of a sudden there's nothing on it, and you're like, that was my Final Fantasy card.
Like those like see-through like green plastic ones that like broke more than they worked.
Yeah, it's like I saved $10 on this third-party one. And guess what?
But it had the little switch at the top. It was like dual capacity. Remember that? Those things were awesome until they stopped working like 3 months down the road.
Yeah.
No.
This is a big level.
So unfortunate.
Yeah, and it's
I want
not.
us to get another cutscene here.
At least the save seemed to work.
Yeah, save definitely was helpful. Shout out to the chat. Really is not.
What do you think of Max as
Someone-
a character?
Oh, that guy just like dropped down out of the sky.
Yeah.
An angel, and Max just killed him.
I'm so glad we've moved beyond memory cards. There's reading like memories of the memory cards in the chat right now, and it's so many just awful experiences rushing back to me right now.
Yeah, for real.
So the thing I like about Max is he isn't overly designed, right? Like he just kind of looks like a everyday person.
Right.
He's very conflicted with what's happening in his mind. Like the things he's seeing might not be real, like the TVs and stuff like that in this game. The recordings, you don't really know what he's actually seeing. You learn at the beginning he was dead on arrival. What happened to him? There's a lot there to like about him, but I think it's pretty simply done, right? Like they don't bang it over your head. They leave it open to interpretation, and I think he kind of gains the benefit of that as just a character. Like just those decisions with the narrative make him cooler.
Yeah. Chat, where do I go?
You gotta kill those guys, obviously.
Ah, that's what I was doing wrong.
So Parky
Can you get
on
up there?
YouTube says, I had a 120
Oh, I just had to clear it
plus
out.
Witcher 3 save vanish overnight when it corrupted from an update. Have never been able to get back into that game again. Which
my
is really
goodness, that's a
unfortunate because
good
that
ol'-
game rules. But
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
Good ol'
depending
F
on
in the chat.
how much distance you have from that, I mean, it might be worth a replay. But then again, they just announced that it's coming to next gen, so maybe hold off and play on like a PS4 or an Xbox Series X.
It'd be a
Love
good
see
place
how
to
that
play
game
that.
runs on those.
Yeah, it's gonna have faster load times and ray tracing.
Oh baby.
Sweet.
Faster load times. We'll have more on PlayStation 5 stuff very soon with our Kina Bridge of Spirits cover story.
That's so
Which is the
exciting.
first one I locked down as EIC.
Yay.
We got to see it on PlayStation 5. We have quite a story for you. I think you're going to like this.
I guarantee it.
You don't need faster load times when you don't die.
Aha.
Stadnik.
Okay, there we go.
So Duke Fazon, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Duke Fazon. Are you guys buying into next gen? If yes, what is the killer app that makes you buy into the next generation? That's the thing, though. For me, there doesn't seem to be like a killer app really just yet.
Mm-mm.
Well, it's a weird generation, right? Because for Xbox it was going to be Halo, but it's also on Xbox One. So yes, you would be playing a better version of Halo Infinite, but you don't need the new hardware for it. That game sadly got delayed till next year. For Sony, there's Spider-Man Miles Morales, which is awesome. Can't wait to see what that's all about. And then, Sony is, unlike Microsoft, they are making games that are designed specifically for PlayStation 5. Like Ratchet and Clank could not be possible on PS4. What they're doing was streaming in those other portals that bring in new environments.
Yeah,
That's
that
just
demo,
like a tech test, right?
that demo at the Gamescom thing was super impressive for Ratchet and Clank. Just like how quickly it loads those worlds.
So for me, I love the Ratchet games. That's an immediate day one for me. Like I need to experience the new Ratchet and Clank game.
Ace Killick on Twitch is saying Horizon 2, which I don't know when that's coming out, but yeah, that's totally the thing that's going to, like, if nothing else, that would make me buy a PS5. Because I love the first Horizon. It's one of my favorite games of this generation. First Horizon game.
They said launch window for that, right?
Did they? I thought that was Ratchet and Clank was launch window.
Or maybe they just said 2021.
Home, sweet home.
Bye, Bloody Hun. He says, later, guys, I love you.
Wow.
Bye-bye.
Don't even know him, but all right. Call me.
Closing your eyes forces you to look at darkness inside.
And now, a dress
well done getting to a cutscene. I'm not going to comment on what's happening because space-time, we're viewing it with you, but when you hear us, we're behind. So, but we could just applaud Alex for making progress.
Give me a participation medal.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Dude, great job, man.
Thanks, bud.
I'll support
appreciate
you in
it.
every replay. Every single one. I'm your
That's
support guy.
You're gonna be on it. You're gonna be on every week then, because I need it.
Every time you just start sighing and getting stressed, it's like, nah, you got this, man. That's just my cue.
See, that's my goal
And
with
then
our
there's
friendship.
me,
Yeah,
like
who's
Emperor Palpatine.
Yeah, and then there's you, exactly.
yeah, unlimited power. See,
We're
that's
just
the
all character tropes.
yeah. You two truly are the devil and angel on my shoulders.
Renegade Paragon.
Yeah, and Shay's
Let's
just
play some Mass
along for the
Effect
ride.
next. Can we play Mass Effect, Nick?
We can
Do
play
that
2.
on the next episode.
We can play
Oh,
2.
please. I'm
Let's
all
do it.
in.
Darn.
All
Okay.
right, Jason's back.
Yeah.
Oh God, Krindus
I'm so
is
ready.
suggesting that you should get Jay and Alex to play Sonic 06 for a super replay. Which, if you saw our first super replay of Sonic 06, it just turned into a descent into madness. So that sounds like
Not
a really
unlike
good way.
this episode.
Yeah.
Sounds like a really good way to initiate Jay.
Listen, if I'm the only support guy for you and you break me, man, I have to put an end to replays, man.
I was gonna say,
It's gonna be sad every time.
if
Ronald
Rick,
Fraser, Reiner, this might be a question for you. I know we have that second Extinction game, but Ronald Fraser is asking, will we see more dinosaur games this generation?
Oh, for sure. This is the dinosaur generation. It's coming. We finally have the horsepower to do dinosaurs right.
Finally.
Is there a prehistoric term for horsepower?
Raptor power.
We finally have the raptor power. I like that. Let's update that term.
That is pretty sweet.
Oh, Krindus says, I watched that replay, I'm assuming the Sonic 06 Super replay, at least once every 9 months. Oh, Godspeed.
wow,
Oh,
that's a super fan right there.
That
Look
can
at Zach.
immediately make you feel better about your life. Like, look at these 4 bozos. They are totally suffering playing one of the worst things ever. I had a bad day at work, but you know what? Now I feel so much better. That right there. We just delivered a therapeutic viewing experience for people.
Ooh, Parky saying, Dino Crisis remake a la Ari remake style would be a dream.
Actually, there was a Kickstarter that just went through for a dinosaur survival game, but I believe it's being made for PC and current gen consoles. But there's a chance maybe they could bring that to new gen.
Heck
But
yeah.
it's a first person
R2.
like Dino Crisis, it looks like.
Oh, okay.
People chiming in, it looks like with their favorite super replay series. So Raw Danger is one from YouTube, and then another one was Overblood, of course.
You don't need
What about Tale of the Sun?
Tell us what you did.
Desert Fury. I wouldn't mind a Star Wars Phantom Menace super replay.
What are you hiding? She's alive, isn't she?
You know what? We could do a prequel trilogy replay. Was there an Attack of the Clones game?
Killed them all.
I know there's
Yes.
a Phantom Menace game on PS1 and then an Revenge of the Sith on PS2.
You
I
already
believe
got it.
so, but it was like one of the Rogue Squadron games.
Okay.
It was called was it called the Clone Wars?
Well, there's a Lego Clone Wars game, but I think it's based on like the Clone Wars animated series.
There's no way we could ever know the truth behind this.
Yo,
I think that would be so much fun doing a prequel trilogy super replay, like play through the Star Wars games from the prequels, like the film adaptations. Let's see. Attack of the Clones game. Oh,
When you're waking up,
Game Boy Advance. Attack of the
Oh,
Clones.
wow.
no surreal rescues, no easy.
Remember when George Lucas sold the rights to Attack of the Clones, the exclusive rights to Game Boy Advance? That was a weird
Oh
thing.
my god.
But you are awake.
Wow.
We could do that because Retron plays GBA games. Oh boy, the review scores are garbage. Game Informer, 1 out of 10.
Whoa.
Show up.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not
Who
here
reviewed
to
that
kill
for us?
Aren't
You
I was
did,
about to
Reiner.
ask.
You did.
Wow.
Issue 111 of Game
You are in
Informer.
danger.
I'm gonna try to find this
There's a
this
contract
review.
out on us.
Oh my goodness, dude.
It's a dead link on Wikipedia.
It probably had Jar Jar speak and something about poopsa or something.
The real thing is never what you think it will be.
So Desert Fury is saying there was a Clone Wars game, but it took place during Episode 2 and just after.
Yeah.
This was a mistake.
I think that was like one of those kind of Rogue Squadron type of games. I don't know if it was Factor 5 though, but yeah,
Hey,
it was
we should
something like that.
totally do a prequel trilogy super replay.
We should go from 1 to 3.
Yeah,
That'd be fun.
exactly.
Yeah,
And then we could jump into the original trilogy of the Super Star Wars games.
we might do
Not
that
to
next
pass the
week if we
first
could
screen.
figure it out. If we could figure it out how to do it with Jason on without breaking the stream, we'll do it.
Something was behind the door.
So what we would need the PS1 Phantom Menace, Game Boy Advance Attack of the Clones, and PS2 or Xbox Revenge of the Sith.
Mhm.
Wow.
Gosh, Revenge of the
You'll have
Sith.
to-
Oh my god.
I do love Revenge of the Sith. I played the crap out of that
I
summer.
think that was definitely the
came
best
out.
of the three.
Oh,
Yeah,
Both the
yeah,
movie
it
and the
definitely
game.
was. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
I like.
Reacting to something on the screen that's nobody's gonna know what I'm reacting to.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay. That is okay. Oh, all right. I fell.
Oh.
I felt Max Payne.
Well, we can end there.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, just don't. Oh, I thought you could stay on that screen.
I'll have to pause it anyways to get out.
They found
Some-
me.
That's okay.
This was a
What
mistake.
what a
Well,
time.
guys, I had a hell of a time. I really did. I enjoyed myself. I liked watching this. Holds up well, I would say, in terms of gameplay. Little goofy with the animation and kind of the scenarios that they're putting together with in-game or in-engine graphics. Looks a little goofy, but it still has it at its core with the, what do you call it? Slow motion. What do you call
Bullet
it?
time.
Bullet time.
Bullet
Yeah.
time gameplay. That still holds up. We need more games that do that because it's fun. And now physics are
Sure.
awesome. Let's see more of that stuff.
Oh,
So thank you, Mr. Shea. Thank you, Jason. And as always, thank you, Alex, for putting the show together and making a seamless live stream for us.
Are we out yet?
Love. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back in 7 days, maybe, just maybe, with a prequel trilogy replay or Mass Effect 2.
Oh yeah.
Either one of those. It'll be
Regardless,
that. So
tune in.
we will
Mhm.
see you then. Bye, everyone.